And welcome to Nancy's Neighborhood, folks, on this really, really dreary, awful day. It's cold, it's wet, and we all should be home in front of the fireplace sipping hot chocolate, but we're not. Now, I'm in a different little setup today. I would love to share with you why, but I'm not going to embarrass the boys and tell you that they are slacking on their job. Not Bryce. Bryce does not slack on his job. It is not Bryce's fault. But anyway, we're in a different setup, so if I kind of look like I don't know what I'm doing exactly, that might be the case. And so I do have guests today, and I'm thrilled to death to have guests on this awful day. They came out in the rain. So I'm really, really thrilled that they did. So welcome to Nancy's Neighborhood. And I have Mitchell Mizell. Mitch from the Museum Center at 5 Points. Hello, Mitch.
Hello, Nancy. How are you?
I'm good. I'm dry. That's
Yeah.
one thing. That's
I'm
nice.
trying to be.
So there's a lot of things going on at the museum, and I asked Mitch if he would come on and kind of tell us about. I know it's still winter, but we're going to have the rest of winter, which we hope isn't much more, and then we're going to have spring coming up at the museum. So I wanted Mitch to tell you all about that. So Mitch, share with everybody what we have coming up at the museum and how they can be involved and what they need to do.
Sure. There's always something to look forward to at the museum center. We always have something that we're preparing for, in the middle of doing. It's a full-time job. Just putting on a lot of these great public programs that we do.
Right.
Starting, monthly we have a program that we call History Happy Hour. We bring in a guest lecturer from the area to talk about a historical topic. It's never droll, it's not like you're going to sit into a lecture, back in school.
Oh, thank you.
But we always bring in people who are very well versed in their area of study and give a really just interesting talk that the public really enjoys. It's like I said, it's once a month and it's a few hours in the evening. So we have that going on tomorrow night.
Right, Thursday night.
Yes, ma'am. And our guest speaker tomorrow night is Dr. Drew Bledsoe. He is a professor of history at Lee. He was my professor for a while. I had a few classes with him. He is a Civil War historian.
Oh, wow. So is that what we're going to talk about?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's going to be exciting.
So he's going to give a talk, a general Civil War talk, and he also has a book that he has written called Citizen Officers that he will be promoting and selling there as well.
Okay, very good. So there'll be a little autograph session. If you buy a book, he'll
Yes,
autograph it
ma'am.
for you. That'd be great. Now, I have never made it to one of the history hours, happy hours, because it's a Thursday, and it's like I told you when you first sat down here, I have 3 places I
Right.
would like to be tomorrow night, and that is the museum. The honor choir, the Bradley County Honor Choir, will be singing at tomorrow night. And I already had my tickets for Beauty and the Beast at Walker Valley. So I can't
schedule.
be everything. I can't be everywhere.
Right.
So anyway, but what time does the happy hour start?
It starts at 6 p.m.
Okay.
We usually have some time at the beginning where we have some hors d'oeuvres that are generously provided by Impressions Catering.
Oh, and they're wonderful.
It's
Greg
very
is
good.
wonderful
Yeah.
at Impressions, yes.
I've not had a bad thing.
No,
So
no, absolutely not. He is so super.
it's very good.
And I'm just crushed because this is the 20th anniversary of Cherry's Jubilee, and Greg at Impressions Catering has catered our event, donated catering for our event for 18 years. He did not do the first year. That wasn't his fault, but he didn't do the first year, and this is going to be the first year he can't do Cherry's Jubilee, and I'm just crushed. I
Yeah.
am just crushed, but I
Well,
understand.
Yeah, we really think a lot of Greg and Impressions. They've really helped us on this sort of journey to revamp History Happy Hour, make it more lively, bring in more speakers, more diverse speakers, just make it more of a fun event for people to come out and just learn some history. And that's what we're all about, ultimately.
And we're so thick into Civil War history here
Oh,
in
I
Cleveland,
know.
Bradley County that you'll probably have a big turnout
Yeah.
tomorrow night for that. And I'm just sorry I'm not going to be one of them because I
no
really
worries.
hate
Yeah.
it. I know I hate it, but I know it's going to really, really be good. And that is that's Thursday night, folks. And if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, that is March the 1st.
Yes.
And if you're going to watch on TV, Channel 5, or Comcast 210, or Rabbit Ears 27, then you may not be aware of this just yet, or it may be too quickly it comes in. It comes in at 4 o'clock maybe on those channels, and you'll need to make arrangements to get there tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. Now, that's just for tomorrow night. Okay, so give us some more things that are happening.
So we've got that going on tomorrow night. Of course, as I said, it's a monthly event that we always
Right.
put on. Coming up in March starts tomorrow, and then
Yes, it
next
does.
week, March means quilt show.
Yes.
And this is something that we do annually. It's really great. We always have a good turnout of people from all over the community bringing in quilts that they would like to showcase. Quilting's such a huge part of our history.
It is. It
In
is.
this area, in East Tennessee especially, because it's not just a quilt or a blanket per se, but they all have stories,
Right.
and they're just crafted. They're all crafted so well, and this is a time where we really like to display that talent and that history together. And so that will be going on the whole month of March. Of
Oh,
course,
the whole month of March.
yes, it'll be on display.
Okay.
So next Thursday is the opening of the quilt show exhibit.
Okay, that would be March the 8th.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I don't have a calendar in front of me. I'm guessing March the 8th. Okay.
And it opens that night
Okay.
at 6. And this is an event that is open to the public.
Okay.
This is the opening of the exhibit. We'll have our temporary exhibit set up with quilts, and also the cultural center. That whole room
Yes.
will
I've
be
been there
full
for
of
that.
quilts.
Yes. Mhm.
So there will be a lot to look at and a lot to enjoy.
Now let's talk just a minute about the opening events, because the reason I'm bringing this up is to stress museum membership.
Sure.
Because an individual membership is just like $30.
35, yes, ma'am.
35. Okay, $35. And anytime you all have an opening event or anything else like that, members get a discount.
Correct.
On the entry fee or the tickets at the door or whatever. Also discounts in the gift shop. And so that's why I try to stress every time we talk about the museum, join the museum, $35. Now that's for an individual. There's family prices
Yes.
and I'll let you go over that with this in
Yeah,
a minute.
yeah, sure
So
thing.
that we can stress that they need to join the museum and
Yeah,
support it.
we love our members, and
Yes.
it is so worth it to become a member. It's only $35 a year for an individual. It's $60 for a family.
Okay.
And there are lots of perks that comes with it. Not only do you get in free to these history happy hours that happen once a month, but each exhibit opening you're able to come to. And enjoy that. As a member, you get to see the exhibit before anybody else does, and so it's sort of it makes you feel like a VIP, I guess, for a little
Right,
bit.
it does, because
Yeah.
I've been to some of those and you really
Yeah.
do feel like a VIP. Yes.
Yeah, and we take care of our members a lot. We always make sure our events are really well put together. Along with these entrance to these programs that you get total access to the museum anytime you want, whenever you want to come in, and you also get some VIP passes to give out to
Yes.
your friends and family.
And I've done that with my membership. I think it was last year. My uncle and his girlfriend came up and they said, "We're headed to the museum." And I said, "Wait a minute, I have some passes here.
Yeah.
Take 2 of these and go in, and you won't have to pay for anything unless you buy
Right.
something to the gift shop."
Right.
So they were
Yeah.
just tickled to death. And they thought I was very important because I had 2 passes.
Right,
I could
right.
share.
And with the membership, you get a discount in our museum gift shop. And our museum gift shop, the museum store,
It's fabulous.
It is so unique to the community because everything in there is 100% local.
Right.
Everything in there is made by local artists. We have paintings, we have ceramics, we have honey,
Yeah, jewelry.
You
That's
know,
my
jewelry.
downfall
Yeah,
when I go
you
in
know.
there. Yes.
Everything there is made by a local artist, like I mentioned. And when you go in there and you buy from the store, you not only support the museum center, but you're supporting local talent as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. And at Christmas, it's a wonderful. And
Yeah.
I know I have a gift shop, so I'm really talking. I may be running some people off and saying go to shop down there, but the unique Christmas gifts, really,
Yeah.
really great.
And of course, during Christmas, we have an open house where all our vendors come out. We set up in the cultural center. We do free gift wrapping. It's really time not only to promote the artists, but shop local. Come down to the museum.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we've digressed, which I tend to do, Mitch. So
That's
don't,
no
don't-
worries
don't-
at all.
Don't panic. I mean,
We'll
I
sit here and
digress
chat.
all the time. So let's go back now to the quilt show. So
Sure.
admission, if you're not a member of the museum, then admission to the quilt show there would be a cost to come into the quilt show.
It would be $5.
$5. Well, that's not bad. That's not bad. But 6 trips in, and you could have been a member. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
there you go. All right, if I did the math right. Okay, so you have the whole month of March. Now, the hours for the museum are
They are Tuesday to Saturday. So Tuesday through Friday, we're open from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. And then on Saturday, we're open from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m.
okay, not open on Sunday, and you all are there on Monday, but
Yes, the
it's
museum-
not open.
Yeah.
But I know if
it's our catch-up day,
I
ultimately.
understand.
Yeah.
We all need those. We all need catch-up days.
Yeah.
But I know if I need to call Jan or you or somebody, usually you're there,
Yeah,
or
we'll
I
be
can
there.
leave a message and you call me back on Mondays. But it's not open to the public.
Mm-hmm.
So, give us a little history about you, Mitch. How long have you been with the museum?
So I've been in the position I am, the curator of education. I've been in that position.
I should have said he's the curator of education.
Yes, ma'am.
Which is important because that's our museum is an educational museum.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sorry I butted in right there. So go ahead, Mitch.
There's no worries. I've been the curator of education since the 1st of January.
Okay.
I graduated from Lee in December with a degree in history, but I've been involved with the museum for a number of years. I actually started there as a volunteer when I was 19.
you.
When I was 19 years old,
Good for you.
I worked the front desk. I got to know everybody. I really just sort of learned the ins and outs of the museum. So I wasn't really, though I've not been in this position that long, I wasn't really an outside person. I felt like I was already a part of the museum
Right.
family. It was just, moving up.
Making it official.
Yeah,
There
exactly.
you go. Okay. All right. So we're thrilled that you're there with them, and let's digress to education just a minute. I know several years ago we had trunks that we took out to the schools
Sure.
to do the characters.
Yes, ma'am.
Are we doing that still, or are we bringing kids into? How are we working with education?
So we do offer the trunks. We still do, and
Okay.
so we have several themes. Of course, we have the characters that we do,
Mm-hmm.
revolving around Civil War, in the home, and a Cherokee trunk as well.
Right.
And
I
these
think
are
ministry preachers,
Yes.
the circuit riders. Mhm.
And these are all stories of local people. And what's really great about the trunk shows is they're full of objects that are totally touchable. When you think of a museum, you're often looking behind glass,
Yes,
in front of
that
glass.
is true. That's very true. I hadn't thought about that. Yes.
And we have all sorts of items that we really promote hands-on learning with these trunk shows. I know the last one I did, I went to Valley View Elementary. I did one on the Civil War because the fifth graders were studying it.
Very good.
And not only is it prevalent to our area, but we had the resources to go into the school and show them some of these touchable objects. We had
Fantastic.
uniforms, mortar shell, things like that.
Oh, wow.
And we also do activities, some sort of craft or something hands-on. Last time I had them mix berries together to make a homemade ink and write with
Oh,
a quill pen.
neat.
And so, that goes back to the story of there being short supply during the Civil War,
Right.
especially in the South. And so, they get a little bit of an experience of what it was like.
That's
and,
neat.
It's not just reading something out of a book or just looking at something,
And
but
they'll
they're
learn
there
a
with
whole lot
it.
better. Mhm.
Exactly. So, but yes, I digress. We're
We,
going back.
we tend to do that
Yeah.
on my show. I'm sorry, we do.
It's
That's
no
that's the
worries.
history of this show, I think.
Yeah, and we're really excited about that. We're vamping that up again, getting contact with local educators and schools to offer to come into the schools. And these trunk shows and field trips, when the schools come to us, they're 100% free
Oh,
to the
wow.
schools. They're free of charge, and we offer a bus reimbursement as well. So
Fantastic.
we really encourage our schools to get involved with the museum because we are an educational asset
Right.
that is free of charge.
And that is
And we're
that's
here for the
awesome.
community.
That is awesome, absolutely awesome. And I hope everybody is hearing that, and especially you teachers out there, and you're probably more aware than I was of this, that the trunks are still available, and bus reimbursement is for you to bring your kids in to the museum. Okay, now we've done that. We talked about Thursday. We've talked about the quilt show.
Yes.
Is there anything else that you know for sure is coming up this summer?
This summer is going to be huge for the Museum Center.
Oh my gosh!
Because we are offering more summer camps than we ever have in the history of the museum.
Okay.
Not only so, in the past we have done our several art camps and the archaeology camps. We're offering those again this summer.
Okay.
We have a week-long archaeology camp, a 3-day art camp, another art camp for younger kids, and they all sort of based around different sort of subjects, a broad view of art. Several archaeology camps as well, which we do have a history doing. But this year we're offering a brand new camp that is a week-long one. It's centered around architecture.
Oh, wow. Okay. And
So-
we have some beautiful architecture in Cleveland. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It really is just a fun subject, and it's going to be really great with hands-on learning. Not only do we talk about the history of architecture in our area and just in general, but the engineering aspect of it, we like to be not only a resource for history, but also have an opportunity for kids to engage in things like engineering and math and science and things like that.
That's wonderful
Yeah.
because we have the STEM and the STEAM
Exactly.
going on in
You know,
our
it's-
schools.
it's
and
all
so
the
there
rage
we
right
are.
now.
That's right.
Yeah.
And it's good that it is the rage
Yeah.
because these are things, and the hands-on learning, the kids learn
Mm-hmm.
better than sitting there listening to me lecture them about
Yeah.
something. So I
mean,
think this is great.
And I try to put myself in the kid's shoes. I'm thinking, if I was a kid, I'd love to build a bridge,
Yes.
as a project. And we'll be talking about bridge building and blueprints and foundations,
Wow.
all that good stuff, building
Fantastic.
homes, doing drafting, things like that, along with viewing some of the architecture in our area downtown, and then right
we do
next
have
door, of
some
course, we
nice-
have Lee that really boasts the Greek Revival
Right.
look. It's going to be a lot of fun this year, and I'm looking forward to it.
I think that'll be great. Now there's a price for the camps,
Mm-hmm.
and probably the best way to do this is for people to go to your website. So tell everybody what your website is.
So our website is museumcenter.org.
.org, folks. Now we
Yeah.
go through this. .org is different than .com. .org is the 501c3.
Yes.
So you need to remember that it's .org. Museumcenter.org.
Yep.
That's pretty simple,
Yeah,
folks.
museumcenter.org. You'll find us on there. You go on education. All the camps are ready to go, and you can sign up today if you'd like.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
So these will be going on. These are week-long camps. Most of them are week-long camps, and they'll be
Yes.
going on basically all summer or
Yes.
June,
so
July, or
starting
what?
in June,
Okay.
and the last one will end the first couple days of August.
Oh.
So we have got a full
Going to
schedule.
run it right up till school starts.
Exactly, right up till school
Okay.
starts.
That's
So-
good. Parents are probably saying,
Yeah.
yay,
Yeah.
yay. Okay.
And we've got a few. It really just varies as far as length. We have a few week-long ones. We have a few that are 3-day, 2-day. We have some 1-day sort of classes and
That's
things
great.
like that.
And probably age-related, too. 'Cause-
Yeah,
'cause
exactly.
maybe 7-year-olds can't do a whole week.
We've got some stuff that's geared towards older students, more project-oriented, advanced, and then of course we cater to our youngest learners as well. And we're really just vamping it up this year, and not only with the architecture, but we're offering a day workshop with wood. We'll be teaching a whittling class.
Oh,
Which will be
you're brave.
Yeah, so I've got a teacher coming in who's going to help me with that.
Okay, very
Teach
good.
whittling, and we also have a day that we're going to do on the Greenway here, where
Oh.
we'll be talking about environmental science and
Neat.
some of the aquatic life and Mouse Creek and sort of the story of the Greenway.
Super.
Mm-hmm.
Mitch, I need to get you back on in. We're getting ready. You're like tomorrow's March 1st, but I
Yeah.
need to get you back on like mid-May
Mm-hmm.
because we need to talk about the camps and we need to stress and some of the camps may be full by the time you're back on with me because
Yeah.
they do fill up. So thank you so much for being on with me today.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I know there's a lot going on, so I want everybody to remember tomorrow night, March the 1st,
Mm-hmm.
is the History Happy Hour, and it'll be about the Civil War.
Yes, ma'am.
Starting at 6 o'clock.
Dr. Drew Bledsoe from Lee, he'll be speaking. It's going to be a really great event.
Should be great, and I'm so sorry I can't be there. Mitch, thank you so much.
You're very
and
welcome.
we'll get together and get you back on here to talk about the camps.
That sounds great.
Folks, don't go away. I'll be right back. You know this little spiel. Watch our commercials, support our sponsors because they pay our bills, and I'll be right back with my next guest who's probably going to make your mouth water, but I can't help it. You're not going to be able to eat anything through the TV screen, but we'll be right back. Don't go away.